Okay.
Ah,
Indeed. Yeah, indeed.
okay. Finally. Finally. Ah.
We could do this for about an hour.
This is today meditation.
It would definitely work. Yeah. Is the sound, the ancient Tibetan sound for space. So, ah. Ah. Oh my gosh. Hi, Lucas.
Hi.
So nice to see you.
Oh, it's amazing. I'm filled with joy until I'm sitting down, and I'm filled with joy just to see you all and feel you all and you.
Hey. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Stefan. And there is, of course, my twin fairies still stuck in Italy. What the beep? Like, what is it? What timeline are you twin fairies on anyway? Like, what is going on?
It's going to end very soon. I know that.
Exactly. Did you see that post I made on Facebook of the final countdown? I hear the song since I've posted it. I hear the song in my head all the time, and I'm like, okay, this is a little exaggerated, you know. It's like da 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 da. I'm like, wow, I'm that old.
And the twin
Yeah.
fairies very high. Ta-da!
Gosh, I remember it was a hit, you know.
I love this in the 90s.
You see? I was singing with it. It was in my head banging time, I'm sure. Oh gosh. Hello, Rain from Bali. I loved our conversation, by the way. It really centered me, you know. I was like, okay, that's it. What else can we do than just sit? Yep. Hi, Emma. Hey, gorgeous. Well, we can't hear you for the moment, but I hope you can hear us. And then Cassia, we will arrange it after you send me a message. I couldn't answer it as fast, so we'll just arrange it after. I cannot see you, Cassia, by the way, but I'm happy you're here. Daria, same. And Tahir, same. I cannot see you, but I'm happy you're here. Little hearts, that's cool. Hi, Gertrude Gold. Hi, gorgeous. Oh, amazing. So yeah, so here we are. What are we gonna do today? So last weekend I was in in Amsterdam, and I was visiting with of course my family, friends, and everybody. It was amazing. But I also did a workshop with my teacher. And I realized again that I was trying to, you know, put like literally like the meme I posted, like I'm trying to put lifetimes of trauma into a 1 weekend workshop or a 1 hour session. Or so that's definitely not what we're going to do with this RYL Lotus. Try to solve all of our trauma in 1 hour, but we can do a lot. And it made me realize again how much my body elemental or my body consciousness is really of a very different existence, as is my soul. So obviously everybody knows, but we, you know, when we get reincarnated, we go into symbiosis with our physical body. It's an agreement before we get in. And a lot of us keep having disagreement with the same body. I've seen people really looking the same. But also sometimes we change into masculine, into feminine. I know that I really chose the feminine body this lifetime, independent of my gender or the gender of my soul or the gender of my body. All these can also be different, which could be a very nice, interesting RYL Lotus for sure. Maybe one day we'll go deeper into that. Yeah, and then I know that I had the same body 2000 years ago or a little longer in the time of Jesus and Mary Magdalene when I was doing my Egyptian Tantra. So a lot of the tantric knowledge that I have is of course also from the Tibetan lineage, but I had a different body there, a different elemental. And this one I didn't have for 2000 years. I mean, if you look at it linear, of course, because who knows, I did that one first and then that one and then that one and then that one, you know, like my last lifetime was from the future. So in that sense, it doesn't make any sense to speak about it like that. But sometimes I start saying something and then I'm like, okay, I cannot even speak about anything because nothing, nothing, you can't, you know, so we'll just say 2000 years ago, I had this same body. And so I realized again during that workshop last weekend, how much of my trauma is really related to my body. And also, of course, to the soul and everything like that, but because it's even in my stars, you know, I had my last workshop in Egypt, there was this amazing girl joining from Holland. We went to a party last weekend. She's amazing. She reads the stars, like as the star signs, and she reads your Lilith. I was like, ooh, you know, read me my Lilith. So she was reading all kinds of things. And she said, yeah, it's very clear in your stars that you have been a high priestess in many lifetimes. So you know the truth. But you're now here this time to hear the truth of the others. So I'm not here anymore to, you know, kind of tell people what is the truth. I'm kind of done with that, to be honest. Like, you know, whatever is your truth is the truth. And that is why I'm here. And also I'm here to remind humanity and everyone that I meet of their true nature or to remember who we truly are. So it's really interesting how she could see it in the stars and anything. But it's not that I want to talk a lot about me. I just want to say that in my soul alignment, in the 100,000 years of like soul design that I created, is exactly for this time, exactly for this transition. If it was happening, because there was a possibility, but for a lot of time, it wasn't even clear if this was going to happen. It was supposed to happen 100 years ago. So in that sense, we've been, you know, kind of like, and everything comes together to that point, which is now. So in that sense, I realized like, yes, a lot of the trauma that I still carry is from, not from me, but from all the different lifetimes that my body elemental has had. And of course, this lifetime as well, you know, I had quite some kind of violence, you could say, in my youth to go through and all these types of stuff, but nothing compared to what the body had to go through in those 2000 years that I wasn't in it. You know, God knows what this body has been doing. So it's really interesting to see that your trauma doesn't need to be necessarily the trauma of your soul. And it doesn't need to be necessarily the trauma of your body. And as we all know, our physical bodies have gone through so much trauma in the past thousands of years, negative programming, negative trauma. And so even now, you know, when it's for me, for example, just a stupid example, but for me, it's almost impossible to watch a movie with my family. Even my daughter of 14, who's supposed to be, you know, teenager and, you know, kind of, I don't know, more maybe discerning on what she's looking at. We look at one scene and I'm like, okay, that's it. You know, I just walk out of the movie because and they're like, it's just a movie, you know, like don't, you know, and then that whole discussion comes. I'm like, you just enjoy your movie, sorry to disturb, you know, but I'm just gonna walk out because as soon as there is the tiniest little bit of violence or you know, I don't mind the erotic scenes, for example, but if it gets really pornographic and there's no respect for the feminine or the masculine body, I'm out. I'm just like, okay, that's it, you know. So in that sense, it's hard to find the nice movies nowadays or programs that, you know, and I'm not complaining about it. I'm just saying that even when we are, you know, quietly and safely, and especially safe when we feel safe in our homes, which, you know, not everybody feels, but even then, there is this violence keeps on going on, and also in our skies, in our water, pollution. You know, when you really add it all up, you're like, it's a miracle. It's a miracle, you know, that we are like still here and happy, you know, or maybe most of the time happy. I mean, I guess we're all going through these, you know, rides up and down, emotionally, mentally, physically, but that we're doing it. So I'm always like very proud of the people that are, you know, in my RYL Lotus or in any of my workshops or anything like that, because I know that these are the people that are called to the work on the forefront, you know, like the pioneers that are creating a new structure. You can call it New Earth, but you don't need to. You can just say, hey, I'm here to create something new for humanity or for myself, you know, something that feels good, which in our world and the way that it's programmed in society is already like, it's an act of rebellism. I want to feel good. You know, I want to be happy. Well, then you're already a rebel, because the whole society is programmed to bring you down, to bring your frequency down. And I'm not speaking about, you know, the core groups. Like, a lot of my information, a lot of my inspiration comes from Hira Benz. So I will share her link in the email, and you can check it out, because also this inspiration is from her. So what I want to do in the, or as I'm guided to do in the meditation, is that we start with going out from our body as much as you can, as safe as it feels. You don't need to all the way go out. You can keep that, you know, silver cord. You go to your original planet, or maybe just a planet you feel comfortable with, you know, because else you're going to sit there, what's my original planet, what's my original planet, and then you get all, you know, blocked, because you're just, you know, kind of stuck on that. So it's not about that. Once you're there, you're going to come back to your body, but you're not going to enter it. You're going to just kind of hover above it. So it can be very much above, or it can be a little bit above, but you're not entering your body. Then you're going to ask your body some questions that I'm not going to tell you yet, because else you're just going to take it there, and I need you to experience it, not to think about it. I need you to not think, if you can, just for 1 hour. Then you can go back to your 84,000 thoughts a day. But during this lotus, right, just, you know, let's just not think. So we'll just experience what is the conversation that our soul is going to have with our body. And then we take our time. Then once we are able to go back into the body, that is the process. Once we are in, then I want to do this. It's from the Ascension course of Hira Benz. It's quite expensive. I mean, expensive, I don't want to use that word anymore, because it's really blocking my financial flow. But it's quite, let's say, high priced for people on a certain budget, which is me. so I'm happy I got it, you know, all the way in the beginning, when it was not so, when it wasn't that amount of money. So we'll do a part of that Ascension course, just the physical body, basically. Just really reconnecting to the physical body, in the sense that she's guiding, and we'll see, you know, I'll guide you through it. It's not that I'm you know, doing exactly her meditation. It's just like, it really came through that as a perfect way to reconnect with our physical body. And then from there, once we have reconnected to the physical body, and we really feel really close to it. Hi, Malak. Hi. Okay, so when it is when we are finally really integrated, really incarnated into the physical body, and we are really reconnected with it, so the physical body feels so loved, so seen, so heard, so thanked, so seen, you know, felt, then the physical body is really ready to actually receive. So then we're going to open up for the ultralight, and the ultralight, if you haven't heard about it, the only source I've ever heard about it is, what's her name again? Satori, Judy Satori. I stopped resonating with her since all the vaccines and all this, I don't know, like she feels like to me on a different timeline. But before that, I really resonated to her, and that's when she came out with this knowledge about the ultralight. And I really feel like this ultra light hitting our planet it's like from 22 different galaxies. I don't know if you can even like imagine what that means. It's not one galaxy, it's 22 different galaxies. Light, ultra light, like ultrasound. You don't hear ultrasound, right? Ultra light, meaning super, super high frequency light coming into the planet, through the sky, through those 22, it's in a diamond formation. So it's not only ultralight, is connected to some sort of diamond light. And also the diamond light that I want to connect to, I always thought that I was doing something new, oh, diamond light, and oh, diamond matrix, and diamond, my name means diamond, and all these things. And then I heard one Tulku, one Rinpoche, one Tibetan Lama, a few years back, and he was talking about one of the most ancient teachings that they're doing, where you're activating your diamond light body. So I was like, oh, I thought I was doing something new, but I'm actually doing something which is ancient. So, in that sense, there's nothing new. We're just repeating the same lila, the same play, the same cosmic, game over and over again until we've had enough, which most of us don't. So we'll do that. We'll really tune into the ultralight through the diamond light and the grids and everything, and then tune our physical body into that, so that it really can receive that alignment, even if it's just during the RYL lotus, that it can really receive that alignment, and after we can, do our things again. But of course, if you would do this meditation a few more times, you anchor it more, you ground it more, or just even remember it, like, oh yeah, grounding, bomb, and you ground it. You don't need to go through the whole 1 hour. Once you've done it now, it's in your field, it's in your energy, and you can just remember it, like, oh, I'm in my mind again. Let's tune into that diamond grid. Let's tune into the diamond ultralight. Okay. Yes, are we good? Can I have some thumbs up? Okay, nice. Cool. Yay. Okay, so let's start. I'm going to mute you just for now. So let's start with making ourselves comfortable. So of course, it's more beneficial for your meditation to sit upright with your back straight if you can. But if it feels more comfortable for you to half sit, half lay down, then feel free to do that. It's more important that your body really relaxes than anything else. But sometimes if you lay down, you fall asleep. So not completely laying down, maybe keep some pillows so that you can kind of stay straight upwards. And yeah, we're just going to rest. We're just really like, we're going to tune into that energy of resting in our true nature, resting in who we already are. So if you have any energy in you that you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to make a lot of effort, or I need to make this happen, or any of these energies, we drop them. This is more an energy of just leaning back, very gently leaning back. You can even imagine yourself leaning back and falling into the natural state. So there is no effort, and anyway, the effort will drop more and more, but just like really feel that sense of we always do our best and we try and all this is all effort. We just drop that. In our meditations, there is no effort, just resting, deeply resting. So let's start with our breath. So you are feeling, seeing, sensing your breath as it's going in and out of your body. Really become more and more aware of the breath as it's going into your nose, into your lungs, into the rest of your body. Maybe you feel the air as it's passing in your throat. Maybe you feel the air as it's passing in your nostrils. And the beauty of meditation is like one of the greatest gifts that you can give to yourself, meditation. Because when you start to really become aware of your breath, just you have this effortless awareness of your breath. So you're not like concentrating on your breath or trying really hard. You're just like really gently, very friendly type of awareness of your breath. And you can feel, see, sense that at the same time that you are just effortlessly aware of your breath, feeling it going in and out of your body, that all the sounds are allowed to be there. Whether there are sounds inside of you or sounds outside of you, you just bring your awareness very, very gently to your breath. So we're not pushing out anything. We're not pushing out thoughts. We're not pushing out feelings. We're not pushing out sounds. We're not pushing out distractions. We are just really gently aware of our breath, allowing everything to be as it is. So the sounds are there and they are welcome. Your thoughts are there and they are welcome. Your feelings are there and they are welcome. Your sensations of your physical body are there, they are welcome. So even though that your awareness is aware of its breath, you still have ears, you still have eyes, you still have senses. This just continues. So we're not trying to stop anything or going against anything. We're not rejecting anything in this moment. We're just more and more and deeper becoming aware of our breath. And you will notice that without rejecting anything, without pushing or pulling anything, without expecting anything, without wanting or desiring to have a certain experience. So without desire for any experience, we just kind of are aware of our breath. And what happens is that naturally, just absolutely effortlessly, allowing all the distractions to be as they are. We're coming into this more calm state of being. Just by being aware of that breath. So we're not controlling our breath. We're not, if it wants to go deep into the belly, just because I'm mentioning it, great. If it wants to go shallow because it's scared to feel in the heart or feel in the belly, then that's fine. We're not controlling our breath in any way. It's just going in and out of the body and we're just aware of it. There's no one that is controlling. There's no one that is managing. There's no one that is desiring. It's just you are witnessing your breath going in and out of your body. Now, if you want, you can put your tongue up on your palate, still touching the teeth. What it does is that it opens door in the back of your body, so you can very slightly bring your chin in a little bit, not down, but backwards. With the tongue up, you're opening that gate in the back of the body. And so energy will start to flow from the back of the body, from the base of the body, up through the spine, up into your brain, spiraling there, and then spiraling down in the front of the body through the tongue, down through the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, into the belly. Feel that type of, it's very, very subtle, huh? It's very, very subtle. It's, we call it the I force. It's not physical, maybe. For some of you, if you have done work like this, like Tao, the practice of the Tao, then you will feel it physical. But for some of us, this is new. So we have different levels in the class. So then you might just feel it as energy, which is, what we want anyway. The physical sensation at this point is not so important. What's more important is that energy stream, that prana, the life force stream, really going up in the back of the body and going down in the front of the body. So you can just, for a moment, you can just imagine that with your mind, imagining that prana, life force. It's almost like water going up in the back of the body and going down in the front of the body. And yes, I said we're not controlling the breath in any way. So you're still just observing your breath, but at the same time, you can imagine, because energy flows where attention goes. So if you just imagine that kind of life force going up in the back of the body, going down in the front, you're going to create medicine just by allowing the life force to flow in a certain way. And if you're not feeling this, please don't worry. It's for the whole meditation like this. If you would worry about it, you would block the meditation much more than if you would just say, oh, maybe it's happening, maybe not. I'll just go with my own rhythm, my own way, in my own resonance. Whatever is supposed to happen will happen. Whatever I'm not, then it doesn't resonate. You can just drop it and just be in that state of ease and just observe your breath going in and out of the body. Noticing that when you connect to that, the one that is witnessing, the one that is observing, then you realize that the one that is observing is our true nature. That is the container in which everything is happening. You are that unlimited space in which everything is happening. The thoughts, the feelings, the body, the transitions, the world, the situations, the people, the relationships, the thoughts, the feelings, everything is happening in you as the container, the one who is observing, the one who's witnessing. And while you are listening to what I'm saying, and while you are observing your breath going in and out of your body, while there is a life force stream going up and down in the body, you are expanding your awareness into a greater perspective on who you truly are. So it's all going pretty effortlessly. It needs a tiny little bit of attention in a certain way, but not really. You are that witness. So while you are going kind of deeper and deeper into that state of relaxation, so really feel the relaxation. Your eyes are soft. Your shoulders are relaxed. And if they are not, you can just very gently relax them a little bit more. Your jawline, your throat is open, vulnerable, and relaxed. Your inner core of your body, your central channel, the core of your being is open and relaxed. Your base, your back, your belly. If you feel it's not relaxed, you can guide a little bit more of air inside of it. And just, when you breathe out, you can make the ah sound. Just really feeling that you are letting go of the exhaustions. Your legs, your arms, your hands, your feet. All that you are starting to relax deeper. Okay, now you're going to tell your body in your own way that you are going to go out of it for a moment. We won't do it for very long, but you just kind of, in your own way, tell your body, like, I'm going to, as the soul, you just tell your body, I'm going to go out for a moment. So don't worry, I'm coming back. Now, if you feel that the body is responding to that and saying, no, I don't want you to go, or I don't feel comfortable with you leaving me, then let's take this moment so that everybody is ready. So if your body is okay with it because you know how to do this, then just let's have a little bit of patience for the others that maybe their physical elementals need more time. So just explain the body in your own way that it doesn't need to be afraid. Like a mother would do to a child. I'm just, or a father would do to a child. You're just saying like, yeah, it's just mommy or daddy is going to be back soon. Okay, then when you feel comfortable with that, if not, take more time. Huh? We're making a recording, so you can do everything in your own time. You can do it as many times afterwards as you wish for the rest of your life. So there is no rush. So, but for the others, when you're ready, we're going to leave the body. So imagine that you are in a crystal clear sphere. And that sphere is crystal clear, so it can be any type of color that you want. It can be golden or diamond light or whatever light you want, whatever color you want, whatever frequency, texture, color of light you want. And your whole body is in it. So you are in that sphere of light. Really feel it, sense it. Beautiful. So now we're going to double the sphere. So a part of us, which is our soul, which usually when we start traveling, the soul, it's not as big as the body. Usually it's like much smaller. So however you imagine that, it can be you in miniature or you in big. It can be as big as your body. Like in the Egyptian way, we say the Ka body. The Ka is like the energy body, the dream body is exactly the same size. So whatever is your way, you as a soul are going to go out of the body also in a sphere. And the sphere will be as big as you are. So some of you, you're just a tiny little light, like a marble. Some of you are same size. Some of you are miniatures. You, whatever is your way, maybe you have your own way of feeling that you are the soul leaving. So but make sure that you have that sphere around your physical body, and you have a sphere around you, the one that you're going to travel in. So just leave your body now and go kind of, let's say, halfway to the ceiling where you are. If you're outside, then you just stay kind of close to your body. I would say kind of like a tree, not too big tree, just a normal tree. At that height, just kind of hover above your body in that sphere. And if you've never done anything like this and you're just wondering, am I doing this right or whatever, then you can just drop those doubts of the mind and you just play. It's like you would do when you were a child. You would just imagine. And then once you start imagining it, it will become a reality. But you need to hold that vision, or you need to hold that imagination for a certain amount of time for it to be real. If you just do it 1 second and then you go back in your body, it doesn't work. You need to visualize, feel, see, sense, know it into being. So you're hovering above your body. If you do this for even just a minute, it will become reality, because that's what you're doing. That's what you're giving your energy into. That's what you're creating, right? Now, in your own way, in your own time, in your own tempo, you can start to move towards the planets, around the planet. If that is too far away, too fast, then you take small steps. You know, if it feels scary, then you just hold on to where you feel comfortable. And some of you are so comfortable, you just you're just already, I don't know, in the sun or in the moon or whatever. That's fine too. But where we want to go is to our, you could say, our original planet. Maybe that planet doesn't exist anymore, or maybe it exists only in the future or the past or whatever's. That is fine. You just kind of move towards your original planet. And if you don't know what your original planet is, you don't really need to know. Just feel like, ask source inside of yourself, guide me, please, source, guide me to the place where I am coming from. Guide me to, show me a place where I came from before this lifetime, or show me a place that is super significant in this lifetime, or show me a place that my original soul comes from, or my body comes from, whatever it is. You just feel, see, sense your way into, slowly moving into that planet, maybe on the planet, in the planet, whatever it is. We are really working in the different dimensions here. We're not in the 3D anymore. We're in the 4D, 5D, 6D, whatever you can carry. So it's like, bam, just start moving. And when you are there, this can take time. Take your time. There's no rush. Some of you are instantly there. Some of you move like in a plane or a UFO or something. But when you feel, see, sense that you are there, just really get to know this place a little bit. It doesn't need to be like super precise. Maybe just a feeling or a very subtle sense of being somewhere else, or a subtle sense of feeling home. Maybe there's a name that comes through. Yes, you are on. And then maybe the name of a planet comes through and you have no idea what it means. And then you Google it and it's a real actual planet. You never know. But we are not pushing for an experience. Remember, we're just guiding our soul into resting in our home place. And this feels like charging. It would be like as if you've been on a journey for 13,000 years or more or less, but long, long journey. And all of a sudden you feel like, oh my God, I'm in my home planet. I'm in my home base. This is where I made my soul design. This is where I feel at home. So feel that type of resting. You're charging here. Now, for some of you, sometimes on these planets, there is, this is what just happened to me, is that sometimes there is what we call ascension seats. It's kind of advanced. So if you don't feel that that's happening for you, then just feel, see, sense a place on that planet where you feel comfortable. It could be inside of the planet. It could be around on the planet. It could be a beautiful nature space or community space with other beings, but I was just guided to what is called an ascension seat, where you sometimes you lay down, sometimes you sit. on like a golden type of bed or seat, and then these beings come around you and just really charge you with a full dose of light. Your light quotient will be rising. So if there is anywhere an ascension seat or a place like that, maybe a pyramid or a special place on the planet where you can sit and be charged by benevolent, luminous beings, or maybe a version of you that was there, or source itself. Just feel guided into feeling, seeing, sensing that you are now, just for a moment, let's just charge here. It's like you are bathing in the light of the space where you are now. It's like a shower of light. And the more that you can feel it, see it, sense it, imagine it, of course, the more you are open to have an experience like this, the more you believe that this is possible, then of course it is able to go deeper into your soul existence, into your energy body, your dream body, the one that you're traveling with, into the cellular memories of that dream body, the Ka body, the energy body. So if there's anything here that you are able to receive, you can. So a lot of traditions speak about initiations, other traditions speak about empowerments. Sometimes you are given an object, a crystal, a light, a message, a text, a feeling, and imagine like I always just call it download. So you can, because we're going to leave this place now and going back to the planet Earth. So you can, of course, just receive whatever you are able to receive. Don't overdo it, but just in a gentle way. What is that for you? Just be open and receive. Okay, beautiful. So now with this renewed energy, this is like a new you, a new body, new speech, new mind, a new you. We're going to slowly move down back to the earth. So you might be able to see her, feel her, sense her like a beautiful pearl, blue pearl in the dark night sky. this beautiful being, famous in all of the existences, Gaia, Mother Earth. So when you come into her facility, when you come close to her being, whether you can see her, feel her, sense her, just really kind of connect to her with gratitude. Like maybe for some of you, she is the reason why you are on this planet. Maybe she called you from that home planet. Try to feel, see, sense that connection with Gaia, Mother Earth, and that gratitude also, like, wow. Connect deeper to her before you enter really into the atmosphere. Just before that, just connect to her essence. Maybe there's a message that she has to share with you. Maybe there's a deep love that she wants to give you. And maybe when we are in the physical body, we can't receive it. But maybe now in the energy body, in the dream body, you are able to receive it on a deeper level and feel that connection you have with her. And how well she knows you. She knows your name. She knows your soul design. She knows everything about you. Okay, now we're going to slowly or fast, instantly move towards our physical body. So first you can maybe see the continent that it's in, then the country, and then the village or the city or the place that you're in. Maybe you're in the middle of nature, lucky you. So just start moving closer to your physical body, but don't enter it yet. Just move closer to it, to somewhere where you feel comfortable, where your physical body can feel your presence, because obviously you have been hearing me, so your physical body has been awake during all this time. You have been present in two different dimensions at the same time, in two different bodies, one in the dream body, one in your physical body. So when you can feel, see, sense that you are close to your body, then I'm going to ask your soul this question. And that is the soul, you, the one that has been going up and down to that original planet. Are you into ascension and awakening in this lifetime? Okay, now as the soul, if the answer didn't come, then you can take more time, but I'm guiding the whole group, so I need to have a certain rhythm, so I will continue. So as the soul, now ask your physical body that same question. Are you into ascension and awakening in this lifetime? Would you like that? Would you love that? Are you into it? So you're not entering your physical body yet, huh? You're just hovering above it at a safe distance. Okay, so now ask your physical body, because sometimes the physical body is not into ascension or awakening or any of that, but you'll have to kind of come to an agreement with the physical body about your, let's say, not goals. Goals would not be the right word, but your soul mission or your soul purpose. So if your body is not into it, then ask your body what you can do for it to at least consider it. It's like almost, we're not really negotiating, but we're just kind of really trying to get to an agreement here about your soul purpose. And sometimes you have the feeling that your body said yes, but there's still a lot of doubt there, or the body's like, for example, like I remember I did this exercise the first time, like more than 10 years ago, and my body said, no way, no, I'm not going, that whole ascension plan of yours and that whole awakening, no way, because I don't know what you're going to do with me. What, you want to dissolve me like Mary Magdalene, or what, or the Mother Mary, dissolve me into some sort of rainbow body and then just leave me and stuff? No, I'm not into it. So it took, yeah, almost 10 years for my body to, because now my body's like, yoo-hoo, yeah, you know, if there's bliss coming, give me some bliss and I'll do it, you know. So, but it was a long process. So maybe you don't go over it too fast. Don't go like, yeah, my body's fine. It's not like that. Maybe your body's not into it and you need to listen to it. You need to hear it speak, because we live in a body and we don't listen to it at all. Like when it wants to sleep, we don't sleep. When it wants to eat, we don't eat. We say, no, we have to eat at 6, not at 4. And, you know, we could just keep going over the boundaries of our body. That at a certain point, like even when we're a child already, we don't even listen to it anymore. We don't know what it wants. So please be careful. It's not just like, oh yeah, my body's into it. No, just really listen to it. Let's take just this moment, You open yourself very carefully, like going to a deer in the forest, like super slowly. You're moving towards your body. You're not entering it yet, but you're moving super slowly, as if you're moving to a deer that's going to run away forever if you move too fast. And you just openly, without pressure, without pushing, without violence, without forcing it, without nothing, without judging it, without criticizing it, all the judgment, like the body's too fat, too thin, too long, too tall, too this, too that, like all these things, just leave it for a moment, open yourself up and listen to it. Okay, beautiful. So now the question is, if the body is okay, that you incarnate into it. You literally ask your body and listen to the answer. Ask your body, are you okay that I incarnate into you now? Because a lot of us, we just really skip that step. So ask. Okay, so for those that receive the answer yes, you can slowly but surely, like I said, like the deer in the forest, you can slowly but surely start to enter into your body from above, from the crown, and really enter it full 100% into all of the cells of your body, into your toes, your toenails, like all of you. for those that the body said, I'm not sure, you have to find your way. You can't just force yourself into your body. That's what maybe you have been doing your whole life. This is a new beginning. It's a new beginning between you and your body. That symbiosis, that agreement. The body is your best friend. You're the one who loves you most, the one that carries you everywhere, that sleeps for you, dreams for you, eats for you, everything, does everything for you. So you need to come to a new agreement with it. And the same for those that the body said no. For some of you, the body's like, nope, I'm done with you. So then you have been really mistreating it, and maybe not even consciously, but maybe you've been putting things in the body didn't want to. Maybe the body didn't even want to be close to certain people, but you forced it and you said, no, this is going to be my wife, this is going to be my husband, whatever. And the body didn't really feel it, whatever. Like, we can do so many things we don't even realize against the will of the body. So in that sense, if it's a no, again, you have to find your way into incarnating in the body. You can find an agreement. You say, okay, well, let me in, and then I will do my best to, and then you promise it something. But obviously, if you're going to promise it something, you'll have to keep your word. So this is a new opportunity. Feel, see, sense it as such. Okay, so for those that need more time, take your time. If this is a recording, you can always just pause it here, take as much time as you need. And for the group that had the agreement of the yes, so you are now back in your body, and just really breathe into it like a parent is coming home to a child. So all the cells of your body are like tiny little children that the mother or the father is coming home. The awareness is coming home in the body. The soul, the awareness is coming home in the body. Feel that on every level of your existence, like really deeply into the cellular structure of your body. You are becoming present completely in a new way, a new connection to your physical body. Much more open, much more free, with much more light and warmth and space. You're bringing in more light into the body. You have just downloaded this beautiful message. You're bringing in more space in your body. You're bringing in more warmth, more love, more recognition. So stabilize it, bring it really deeply in, let it sink into the deepest parts of your body, into your central channel, even into your DNA, and even deeper into the quantum levels of your DNA, your being, your cellular structure, your memories, your belief systems, all that you are. Okay, so now to reward the body for all that it's been doing to us and for us, and really bringing us into different places and situations, speaking for us, and seeing and hearing and sensing for us, and really gifting us with this human experience in this time. So feel, see, sense. Like normally we go through some sort of a sequence, but I'm guided not to do that. So what you can do is that you, wherever you feel the body needs attention. So for example, we will start with the eyes so that you understand the principle. So you can warm your hands a little bit if they're not warm. Like obviously here in Egypt, it's super hot. So my hands are warm, but maybe you're in a country or a place where it's very cold. So you can warm your hands a little bit. Don't touch your body with cold hands. It won't like it. So you're warming them a little bit, and then you can put them on your eyes. And you just say these words in your own way, in your own tempo. So, and you can add things to it as well, but at least you say, so you're bringing your hands there and you're saying to your eyes, you're saying, I see you. I feel you. I hear you. And I love you. Really let it deeply sink into your eyes, that they feel more loved, they feel heard, they feel seen, they feel understood, they feel they are felt, they are recognized for the work they do. Everything you see is through your eyes. If you would not have any eyes, you would be blind. So really thanking your eyes for all the work that they do for you. And even when we are dreaming, we have our inner eyes. So the eyes, like all the different dimensions of the eyes, we're just really thanking them, loving them, feeling them, seeing them, hearing them. And you can add anything you want to it that makes it even more complete for you. So now from the eyes, we will go to different parts of the body. So you can feel maybe your shoulders or... So let's follow our own rhythm. Just really feel, see, sense where the body needs more attention. Maybe your throat, maybe the top of your head, maybe your mouth, your ears, your chest, your back, your kidneys, your organs, your heart, your liver, your spleen, maybe the bottom, maybe your genitals, maybe your legs, your arms, your hands, your feet. All of it needs to be seen, all of it needs to be heard, all of it needs to be felt, all of it needs to be loved. And really have that recognition from us, not from somebody else. The body is our best friend. It made the symbiosis with us because we chosen it and it chose us. So first of all, it needs recognition of us, of ourselves, not from another. And some parts of the body, you can feel it, that we have been criticizing it so much. I don't know, I don't like my nose, or I don't like my mouth, or I don't like the color of my hair. So this is a perfect moment just to, even your hair, you can just hold your hair and just say, wow, I love you so much. I'm sorry. You can even say, I'm sorry, I'm sorry for criticizing you and your color all my life because I wanted, I don't know, other types of colors of hair, other shoulders, other hands. I wanted it to be like this. I'm so sorry for not acknowledging and loving you as you are. So let's do this for a few minutes. We will just all follow our own rhythm. Normally we would take actually quite some time, like 10, 15 minutes, but I think, you know, if we do 5 minutes, it will be enough. So, but just kind of monitor the feeling of the time for you, that I will just be quiet and you just follow that rhythm. Maybe if something comes through, some messages from the body to you, then of course I will tell them, but just feel, see, sense that you are reconnecting to your physical body in the most sensitive, friendly, compassionate way. And also feel that we are doing this as a group. You know, we're doing this now here as a group, some through the replay. So it's even going in between time and space. Feel that you're not alone. The body is not alone. The soul is not alone. We're doing this together. And sometimes what comes through for me is that sometimes we have hidden spaces in the body that are so hurt, that carry so much pain. And sometimes we don't even have certain organs in the body anymore. Maybe we have one kidney instead of two, but then you can still thank them. You can still feel them for being there or not being there. So try to allow your body to show you the places where you feel that you need it most. And for some of us, the body will need more time. So you can tell the body, we are not in a rush. Because this is, you know, usually what happens, even when we are in our intimate relationships. It's like, oh yeah, you know, we'll just have 10 minutes, we'll have to do this and that. And there's always like kind of a rush. So there is no rush. So you can tell your body, even if it's only this time, of course, we're going to continue with other things in the meditation, but you can tell your body, okay, there is no rush tonight before I go to sleep, or, you know, in an hour, or just now, I will just stop the recording and I will do this as long as you need. So there is no rush. There is no pressure of time and space and energy. There's just this deep caring energy towards your body, this deep recognition, this deep gratitude. And then when you go deeper, you will find deeper spaces. Because sometimes we think like, yeah, I'm okay. How are you? I'm okay. It has become such a habit. How are you? I'm okay. But under there is a layer that is not okay. And under there is a layer who's really not okay. You know, and that's the spaces that we are really kind of looking for. Of course, we need to first do the surface, but at a certain point, in the Taoist tradition that I'm working with now, we call it the 7 veils. I'm doing that now, like I'm in the the fourth veil of the seven veils with myself, which is very interesting. And I'm noticing that, yes, we have like 7 energy layers that we have stored trauma into it, not only in the physical body, but the physical body itself has these layers. So you want to go deeper and deeper and find those layers, right? So sometimes we're like, yeah, I just did my shoulders, it's fine. But when you take your time, maybe not during this meditation, but maybe you can make it your practice. And then you notice that maybe tomorrow you put your hands on your shoulders and then you are on a layer deeper where actually there's more stored that you couldn't touch the first time, because the first time it was just the surface. So if you feel like I'm good, then think again, because usually that is just your mind making you believe that everything is fine, which is what we do all day, all the time, just to cope with life, right? I'm good. How are you? Yeah, I'm fine. Because we don't want to enter into the pain. We don't want to feel the trauma because it's too painful. We don't even want to breathe there. That's why most of us, we are breathing only in the, just very shallow in the upper part of our lungs. You know, we don't even breathe into our heart because it would hurt. We don't even breathe into our belly because it's too painful. We don't want to be present there. Okay, so as I said, you can make this into your daily practice or whenever you feel you need it. So for now, we will just feel, see, sense the whole body as a light. So you can just now relax. You can tell your body, by the way, that you will continue with this at a certain point. Don't promise it if you won't do it. If you promise it, you have to do it. So feel, see, sense like, okay, this was enough. And if the body says, no, this was not enough, we're just getting started, then you say, yes, we will take more time. This is really what the 7 veils I'm doing is really what it's about, like 7 months. So I committed for 7 months to my own body to go into deeper explorations and really heal deeper parts of it. So if I can commit 7 months, you can commit 7 minutes more, right? So for now, you can make that commitment or not, say to the body you're coming back or not. So now just kind of forget everything. Just feel that you are a soul in a body. And that you are going to pull into the source in your heart. You're going to pull a golden light into it. And that golden light really comes from the air around you. The sunlight, you could say, is golden light. So it's everywhere around you. That frequency of the golden light is everywhere, in and out, within and without, above and below. It is in everything. So you are going to pull into the core of your heart. It can be your physical heart, if you know how to work with it, the tiny space of your heart, whatever you feel like, but you can go very deeply into your heart space. For others, if you don't know what that is, you can just go into the chakra in your heart, or any place that feels good, the upper heart chakra, down heart chakra, any place you feel guided to. But you connect it to the source of all life. The source where all life comes from is in your heart, is in your body, is in your being. It's everywhere all the time at the same time, but it is centered somewhere in your body. That's the beauty of that symbiosis that we are living with our body. So start really like, it's like you're pulling in golden light. You can use your breath, like it's called sipping breath. So you just, every time you breathe in that golden light into that center and into the core of it. And then you breathe out. Feel, see, sense. You can breathe out exhaustion, so you can breathe out any darkness that you were holding there. And then when you breathe in again, you breathe in that golden light. Feel, see, sense how it's really becoming golden in the core, the source in your heart. The golden light stands for the feminine and masculine Christ consciousness, which has nothing to do with a person. It really has to do with a frequency that our planet is now entering into or already embodying for a big part. But we, humanity, is just still kind of moving into that. Some of us are already in our Christed consciousness, some of us are not. And it's not Christ, it's like you can call it Buddha consciousness or Mary Magdalene consciousness, Kuan Yin, dragon consciousness, so many names for it. So that's why I like to use just the golden light, because it's the pure frequency without needing to use names or concepts or religions or ideas, or it's just pure golden light. Keep breathing it in. Feel, see, sense that you are bringing in more life force into your physical body, into the core of it, opening your heart, opening your body, opening your mind, opening your breath. Okay, now fill your whole body with this golden light. Every cell of your body, really going into the light codes of your DNA, into the light codes of your being. So that golden light is really streaming everywhere, into everything. Okay, now from this position in your body and in the position of filling your whole physical body with golden light, now start to feel, see, sense that there is a light coming from different galaxies on our planet. We call it ultra light, but we could call it diamond light, golden diamond light. I mean, something that comes through now is like ruby diamond light, very high frequencies, platinum light. These types of frequencies are in the clear light. Clear light is the highest form of light. It's not light anymore, it's just kind of going beyond it. Even black light is like, it's in there, everything is in there. So whether the theory of the ultralight is true or not, it doesn't really matter. Let's just say ultralight, like a very, very high frequency light coming into our planet. Feel it as it is coming into the planet, connect to it. You might be able to feel, see, sense those 22 star Stargate, galaxies in a diamond formation or not. It doesn't really matter in that sense. And now ask your body if it's okay to receive some of this light. The golden light was pretty okay, right? Like most of our bodies were happy with it. But now like the ultralight is really, it's another grade, upgrade. It's another, level higher. So feel, see, sense if your body is okay with that. And maybe your body says, yeah, I'm okay with it for a little bit, or yes, let me have it, bring it on, or yeah, or just maybe a little bit of it, or whatever the body says to you, please listen to it. And if the body is like a bit greedy on it, like bring it on and I want to have it all, then you also want to be a little moderate with it. So if it doesn't want it, you can give it a little bit more than it wants. And if it wants it too much, you can be a little bit moderate with it. You don't want to overdo this. But then start pulling in, visualize, feel, see, sense. Open your crown from above. Let's have it into our crown. Open your crown up from above with your willpower, with your intention. Intention usually works better than willpower, but if you do need to use a little bit of willpower to open up your crown, that's fine. You can kind of like, the way that I open my crown is that I just kind of bring my awareness there. And then I imagine, feel, see, sense like a lotus flower with 1,000 petals, and it's just opening, 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 opening. It doesn't stop opening. It's just continuously opening. And that feeling of that flower opening, I feel like it's opening my crown. So you can do that. You imagine, and then imagine that light coming in like nectar. It is really flowing into your central channel from above, like nectar into your central channel, which is a tube from the crown of your head all the way down into the perineum and even further down. So you can have it into your central channel, dropping nectar from the brain, which in the brain it's bliss, it's enlightenment, it's expansion, and then slowly it will go through the throat, which is about speaking your truth and about power and about peace, and then slowly the nectar will go into your heart, which is really about connection with the source, connection with the others, connection with yourself. And then it will slowly fall into your solar plexus, which is about divine will, going down into your belly, which is about vitality, fire, personal power, and then all the way into your genital areas, which is really about pleasure and about personal power again, and about abundance and all these things that are related to it, like innocence and hope, and like a motor, it's giving you energy, and then all the way down into the perineum area, down, even maybe further down. But really feels the sense that that light, and also feels the sense that the light not only is going into your central channel, but from your central channel, like the main channel, it has all these different channels connected to it that go into every cell of your body. The head brings it to the eyes and to the ears and to everything, your brain and to your mouth, and everything that works in that. So everything from the central channel, you can feel, see, sense that this ultra light or whatever type of light you chose is going to go into all that you are, into the smallest details of the smallest cells, even into your nails and hair and into your aura around you. So you're really filling yourself up with that beautiful ultralight, and you do it moderately. So don't overdo it. Don't burn your body up. This is not about burning your body up. It's about giving it energy, charging it with light, pure light. So let's do that for a moment. Really feel that, imagine it, feel, see, sense, know how that nectar is like liquid light is dropping into the central channel all the way down, cleaning and clearing, purifying and charging that whole area of the body, so the central core of our being. So you feel more and more open, you're opening your body, bringing your awareness there. And now let's reconnect it all to the grids. So there is many grids around the planet, like consciousness grids, or you could say light grids, like beautiful shaped, geometrical shaped grids. Like, you know, sometimes you see in the movies, for those that don't know what a grid is, sometimes you see in the movies, right? If a stealer wants to go to the diamond in the middle of the room, you see all these laser lights where you have to, you know, not step into them to make the alarm go off. That's the grid of light. So we have grids of light around the planet. We have them inside of the planet. They're a little different, not like laser light, but they're a little different, but also grids. Basically, like it connects everything. And we have a grid from the hearts of humanity. So all of our hearts have a grid where we are connecting. So you have these 3 grids. So let's start bringing some of our own light into those grids, but also feel the light coming from them. So it's not a one way, it's a 2-way. So whatever you feel comfortable with, you can start with the grid around the planet, or you can start with the grid kind of on the surface of the planet, kind of inside. So it's inside of the earth, but it's a little bit on the surface of it. Of course, if you want to connect to the core of Gaia, the core of Mother Earth, where she has these huge, amazing crystals and Shambhala and so many different forms and shapes that she exists in, then be my guest. You can, of course, connect to that as well, just as well to the sky. Whatever you feel, the sun, the central sun. Like the core intention of connecting that ultra light now from our body into our surrounding is that you're going to be like a beacon of light, like a beacon of light. You're going to be like spreading that light like a broadcasting machine, you know? It's like we are becoming the broadcasting of that ultralight in our surrounding. And when we connect it to those grids, we are feeding the new earth, or let's just call it high frequency experiences of the human collective, the high frequency experiences of Mother Earth. We're feeding her, we're feeding it. And when you feel, see, sense that Gaia and our human collective are fed with our, you know, collective meditation that we're doing now, then you can feel that your power also expands. It's like everything is expanding through your offering it to the bigger whole. For you, or through you offering it into the world, it expands, it becomes bigger, it becomes more. If you would just keep it for yourself, it's great, but you know, it's not going to go that far. But if you, at this point, if you start sending it out without being afraid that you're going to lose anything, it's the opposite. The more that you send it out, that you become this golden light or ultra light or diamond light, whatever you chose, the more that you are going to send it out, the stronger it will become. The more you can carry. So we'll do that for a few minutes and then we'll finish the meditation. I just really feel like, okay, I'm just for a few more minutes, I'm just going to give it all. And it's not like a give it all in the sense of you're losing. It's you are feeding yourself at the same time that you're feeding the collective. There's no losing of energy there. There's just gaining for everyone. The more you give, the brighter is the light. So feel that that light is connected to the source energy within you. So you are not only putting it into your crown, but it's connected to you, into the source within you. So it's like a connection of the inner and outer world of that very high frequency light. So you're receiving it from the inner source and you're receiving it from the outer source. There's a two-way bridge there that you can connect. Of course, when you're connected to the inner source, you don't need the outer source. But when you connect the inner and the outer, you're really that bridge, you're that rainbow bridge for humanity that is able to manifest this very high frequency at this time. So now that we are coming to the end of this meditation, let's use it for our own personal benefit for a moment and just really feel, see, sense, imagine how you are going to spread this light into your own personal lives. This has to be very personal. Look at any challenges you've had, look at any thoughts or patterns or obsessions that keep coming back, any feelings of depression or not feeling good enough, or any of these things. Like, bring the light into them, see, feel, sense, imagine, use a bit of imagery, which is extremely powerful. Use some of that imagery that you feel, see, sense, that the light is directly touching it. Your personal, intimate life with yourself, your relationships around you, your work, on all levels, your family, whatever is happening in your life, feel, see, sense it, how it's your finances, everything, how it's being lit up by this very high frequency light. Any efforts there, just lifting off of you, any trying to figure out life, it's lifting off of you, any worries, anything, just you feel like, whew, just imagine like how amazing it would be if you could just touch it with that light and it would just, it would just disappear instantly, being replaced by a very high frequency of infinite possibilities, infinite power that you are, that infinite great source of pure life force that you are. Feel that very deeply, imagine it very deeply into your personal life for a moment, and then come out. Okay, beautiful. So feel free to go out and just, continue this very deep state. Maybe clean some things if you feel like more. And for the others, we will just do some sharing, some question and answer. And feel free that when you do come out of the meditation, like see, feel, sense that when you open your eyes, that you immediately fall back into the daily life perspective of a brain that is in duality always, it's a duality instrument, polarity instrument. So that you immediately will start to, be in that perspective. So just be aware of that. Just feeling, seeing, sensing the difference so that next time it will be more easy to go inside again. Try to look out into the world without giving any meaning to it straight away, or trying to figure it out or judge it like good or bad. It's just a display of space and light. It's an illusion. Don't give any meaning to it. Unless you're driving, of course. Then we will have to give it meaning.